Scorn left his home, beginning his journey to the Lake of Tears to save his ill mother and sister. He first started his journey by going onto a public taxi pulled by horses that was set up by the government to increase trade and travel from his home city of Giaran to the port town of Doran. Due to the special taxi horses bred for going long distances quickly, it took only about a day's travel, which cost him 38 American dollars of the 75 that Oliver gave him. Once he made it to Doran, he went to the port looking for a good boat to use to cross the Luminara Sea. So he went up to a port worker and asked, "Do you know if there are any boats for sale that could get across the Luminara Sea, or any other way to get across the sea?" "Well, yes, there are many boats that can get you across the Luminara Sea, and they're currently going for very low." The worker said, excited, "How much is this one?" Scorn asked, pointing at a small wooden rowing boat. "That one is $10. The worker replied, "Wow, that's cheap." Scorn said, so Scorn bought the boat and left that same morning. You know, I kind of feel bad for selling that boat to that boy, knowing he would try to cross the Luminar Sea. But with all the fishermen coming back and telling me everyone about the so-called monsters in the waters, leaving no activity at the port at all. And honestly, I need the money, the port worker said, taking a sip of his beer. "I don't blame you. The port has been so dead, there's no way you could get money any other way." The man, sitting next to him at the bar, said, Scorn had been roaring for hours, and you could no longer see the port anymore. Then he got an idea. He realized that this would be the perfect time to practice his magical abilities by using his magic to roll the boat faster. So he focused and was able to move the paddles with his mind and arms, allowing him to go over twice as fast. Even more hours passed. Scorn realized that the sun was starting to set and that he was tired and hungry. He stopped the boat, pulled out some food from his bag, and began to eat it. After some minutes of eating, he began to notice something in the corner of his eye. He stood up to get a better look, and when he looked at the water, he jumped back with fear. He saw a large shadow of the creature in the water and froze with fear. Then he saw the creature's large boat-sized sea blue hand rise up out of the water, about to grab his boat. Scorn immediately grabbed the boat's 2 paddles, and with all his force and all the magic he could muster rowed as fast as he could away. He rowed for hours, but it only felt like a fraction of that time to him due to the adrenaline coursing through his veins. Eventually he had to stop and sleep, which was difficult for him because of the rocking of the boat and his fear of the creature he saw in the water. When he woke up in the morning, he felt tired but knew he had to keep going on, so he quickly ate some breakfast from his rations and kept paddling. After a while, he finally saw land and knew that he would have to be careful because this was the country of the Debonair, a country known for their highly trained assassins.